What's up? It is your girl MAUHMAMA, and I am back with another video. I am in a different setting, as you can clearly see. This is my son's room that is currently under construction by his dad and his grandpa. I was thinking, since I was going to answer all your guys' pregnancy questions regarding my pregnancy so far, why not make it into a little mukbang of a couple of the things I've been craving? So I have some jalapeno poppers, which I'm not gonna lie, I did already start digging into because they're hella good. And I have 5 left out of the 8. Told you guys I was hungry. And then I have a plate of some birria tacos right here. And currently you guys are sitting on top of Jeremiah's shopping cart on container lid. We're making it work with what we got. And I also have a soda. This is the pregnancy Q&A. Is it rolling? So let's dive into some questions and of course dive into some food. Being that I have birria tacos, me being me, I need to have some lemons and jalapenos, which I got at my access right here. Other people may be different, but it may be with my tacos. So let me show you guys the food and then we're going to dig into the questions. So this is what 5 birria tacos look like. I'm so excited to eat. I'm going to be looking down a little bit because I did write all the questions down. Yeah, baby. What happened? Okay. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I figured before I get started and I start getting my hands all dirty eating this beautiful food, I would give you guys an update. Every Friday, I gain a week. Since today is Wednesday, I am 19 weeks and 5 days along. This is what my belly is looking like with my twins. I know I didn't tell you guys in my hospital video, but I did end up doing an ultrasound. I'll insert the video here of the ultrasound pictures that I have so far. But we did find out that baby B is a boy. And baby A did not want to reveal, so we don't know. This is my bump. 19 weeks and 5 days. Now that I've showed you guys my bump, let me dig into the questions and let me dig into the food. The first question I got was, how has the pregnancy been so far? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, first trimester, it was very freaking difficult. I had severe nausea. There was, at one point, the nausea was so bad, I ended up throwing up 23 times in one day. Was not able to hold down water. It was, for me, it was terrible. I wasn't able to eat for about, I would say, 2 to 3 weeks straight. I was literally just nibbling on crackers, pretty much drinking clear liquids and water if I could hold it down. But the worst of the worst is behind me now. After that, when I was 16 weeks, as you guys saw in my last vlog, I'll put it right here, I ended up getting hospitalized for having a kidney infection. That progressed and I spent 3 days in the hospital and I was released, and then I went to celebrate my release at the beach. Other than that, my pregnancy so far, after medical ailments have been situated and dealt with, and by the grace of God, I have been healed. I am now able to eat food, whatever I want pretty much. I'm also able to hold down a bunch of different drinks, and the babies are fulfilling their cravings now, so yeah. And now I'm sure you guys are wondering what my cravings are. So, this is my first time having a birria taco with a radish in it, so it tastes pretty bomb. One more bite, and I will respond to cravings question. sweet and savory, spicy and salty. I have had cravings for ice cream, jalapeno poppers, yogurt parfaits, grapes, ice water, cubed ice. Hi. Birria tacos, pickles. I'll bite into a jalapeno and it'll taste good. Hi. I really like cheese now, which is weird for me because before I was pregnant, I did not like cheese at all. Another craving that I have is onions inside of like everything. I've been craving everything pretty much. Have you and your husband picked out names that you guys would like to name the twins yet? So, thank you, I will drink some water. But for a boy, we do have about 4 to 5 names that we are considering. Just like my first pregnancy, for a boy, we have about 5 names picked out that are sounding kind of cool so far. Jeremiah, no. Boy names that we have picked out so far range from Dominic to Zedekiah, Jesus, and then for a girl, we were thinking her name would be Rosalind. I also really liked Victoria. My boyfriend, he had a couple names that I'm blanking on right now because of freaking placenta brain, but they were really cute and I actually really liked them. So we were considering them as like middle names. I think one of them was Palace. Those are a couple names that we've been considering so far. The next question is, do you get morning sickness? If yes, any remedies? I have had morning sickness in my first trimester. Now I don't get as much, but I will say I do feel nauseous in the morning if I don't drink water or if I don't eat. Hi, baby. He wants to sit with me.
Good me.
Good deal.
Mom. Good me.
Excuse you. Good job.
Close a mouth.
Mommy close your mouth when she's eating.
Mom. A tummy hole. Mom.
Yes.
That's mommy.
Thank you.
Give me mommy.
Thank you, baby. Some remedies that I did find when I was like having some severe morning sickness was these. I would bite into a lemon and it would hold down my nausea for about half an hour. I pretty much would bite a lemon or I would eat some saltines to keep my nausea going down a little bit. Another remedy that my mom ended up finding was she found this tea on Amazon and she ended up buying it in bulk and she sent it to me. She also sent me heartburn tea. Nausea tea that she sent me has ginger in it and it doesn't even taste like ginger. It tastes hella good and I still drink it. Those teas my mom sent me definitely have been working. They helped ease my nausea, especially after that first day when I told you guys I was having worst nausea I've ever had in my life. The teas she sent me definitely helped. If you guys hear a movie, Jeremiah's watching Wreck-It Ralph in the next room. Right after I took that bite, the baby kicked me. If I am able to film the baby's kicking and you can see it on the outside, I will definitely insert it in this video. Is how is baby Jeremiah feeling about 2 new siblings?
Whoa!
Jeremiah, are you excited to be big brother? Yeah?
Yeah. Daddy. It's big brother.
Are you excited to be big brother?
It's big brother.
Well, there's your answer. He is so excited to be a big brother. I have so many pictures already of him just cuddling my stomach. He gives him bezos every morning. He'll pull up my shirt when I'm in the kitchen cooking. He'll just like cuddle with my stomach instead of me.
Give me a pizza.
The next question is, are you scared to be a mama of 3 with all due respect, strongest woman alive? I would say that at the beginning I was really freaking scared, but I mean lately I've been having dreams where I just wake up and I already have 3 kids and I literally just get going. I start changing diapers, I'm getting Jeremiah ready for school. That's just a dream, but in my dreams I'm so freaking calm. Like I feel like my head is there before I'm actually even in the situation. I would say mentally, I guess I'm preparing myself for the thought of me having 3 kids and doing that every day. I'm excited to be a mom of 3. I'm so excited because this is the little big family I've always wanted. I feel just so ecstatic that I get to have my little big family at such a young age, and not only do I get to grow with them, they get to grow with me and experience life with me. Next question is, what are you most excited about? I would honestly have to say, the thing that I'm most excited about is seeing this kid over here become a big brother. I want to see just how he acts with 2 brand new babies, if he ends up helping, if he ends up just wanting to take over and feed them. I'm excited for it. Next question. What are your weirdest food cravings so far? I'm not even gonna lie about this one. Weirdest food craving I have had so far has been when I make beef ramen. I will literally add tapatio, but I will also crave like green onions and cabbage being in my soup, which for me, I've never done that before, but it sounds hella good. Next question that I have is, any name suggestions so far? So far, I have not had any people or any family members really recommend any names to me or suggest any to me, so I haven't had any. Next question, when will we find out the sex of the babies? I'm not gonna lie, I'm 5 months pregnant. I have yet to meet my doctor. I was supposed to go and meet my doctor that I was seen with at the hospital today, but they denied me care due to a $1,900 bill 3 years ago from this kid's birth. Even though I submitted all the correct paperwork and everything, they denied me care. So I decided to remake an appointment with the place that I had in Merced, and they are going to help me get care, and I'm going to meet my doctor sooner than April. Next question. What's the least favorite part you have about being pregnant? I would just have to say the back pain. Back pain gets really bad at night, towards the end of the day. And then at the front of my stomach where I carry the babies, they're starting to get really heavy now. If I stand for too long, I will feel like I need to carry my own stomach, like literally hold it up a little bit higher, just so I don't have strain on my back and on my legs later on during the day and at nighttime. In retrospect, it's a good thing because my back is still able to sustain the weight of my body, creating 2 whole new lives. Tacos are so damn good. I hope you guys watching me eat isn't awkward. If it is, let me know in the comments and I will stop making mukbangs. I wasn't nauseous all, really. At the very, very, very beginning of me finding out I was pregnant with Jeremiah, there was only about like a week or two where I was nauseous / vomiting, and the rest of the pregnancy was smooth sailing. But literally, when I would end up getting sick with Jeremiah, I would only get sick once or twice, and that would be at nighttime, and that was it. It was just no more throwing up after that. I was able to eat whatever I wanted and live my life. I would say that's the only difference, is these kids did hassle me for quite a while, including still up to now. Even this morning, I was feeling nauseous just getting up because I didn't drink water. The next question that I got is, what do you love most about being pregnant? I would have to say the thing that I love most about being pregnant is the fact that my body is not making one child this time. It is making 2 whole kids. That's crazy. Props to my body for being able to do that, because I didn't know I could do that. Another question I received: how did your family react to you being pregnant with twins? My family, when they learned that I was pregnant, most of them were pretty surprised. They were very surprised. And then when I hit them with the fact that it was twins, they went from surprised and having mixed emotions to, I would say, happy, because my family has been very consistent on checking in on me, seeing how I'm doing, seeing if I need anything, sending me deals for twin stuff that I may need in the future, you know. So I would say they were surprised at first, but they came around. When my boyfriend's family found out that we were pregnant, they were all so happy. It's probably because we ended up telling them over pizza at Mountain Mike's. The next question: was this pregnancy planned? Yes, it was. All the way, yes, it was planned. Me and my boyfriend, we had been planning this pregnancy a month or two, like before my body actually started producing humans. We weren't as surprised when we found out that I was pregnant, but when we did find out that it was twins, we were shocked. I ended up coming out of the ultrasound, and I remember Jeremiah was in the car with his dad. He was sitting in the back seat using his dad's phone, and I just knocked on the window, and I was like this. I was like, get out of the car. Like, I looked like I was about to cry. He must have thought something was wrong, of course, because I'm over here about to cry just coming out of the ultrasound appointment. The funny thing is, I was so emotional because I went into that ultrasound by myself. Due to them not telling us that we couldn't bring kids under the age of 8. We brought Jeremiah along. But because it was just me, my boyfriend, and Jeremiah had to stay in the car with his dad. So I went into the first ultrasound by myself, completely by myself. And when I came out, I ended up telling my boyfriend, I was like, get out of the car, get out of the car. He got out of the car, and I came around to the driver's side, and I was like, okay, I know we were only gonna have one baby, and I showed him the ultrasound. I was like, but we got a 2-for-1 package, and I burst out crying. I was crying happy tears. He was like, oh my God. We ended up having this super long hug. He ended up taking pictures of the ultrasound and telling his boss, his friend. We waited till we got home from the appointment to tell his family. Everyone was so happy for us. We found out we're having twins. And now the last question. How has your pregnancy been since being released from the hospital? Since being released from the hospital, I was prescribed antibiotics, which I did end up taking literally until a bottle was empty. I had to take 3 pills a day. It was just with food or like with meals, so I did that. On top of that, straight out of the hospital, I caught COVID-19, and so did Jeremiah. That whooped our butts for about 2 weeks, and now we're COVID-free. By the grace of God, He answered our prayers and the prayers of everyone around us who knew that we had COVID. He was having severe body aches, I was having severe body aches, especially because I am pregnant. I feel like COVID hit me harder after the first 4 days. 4th day, I was feeling mother effing chills through my whole body. Felt like I was like a zombie. But after that,
Mom.
we're doing good. Yes, well, that is all the questions that I have for today. I've answered them all, and if you guys want a second pregnancy Q&A slash mukbang, or if you guys want me to answer questions with my baby daddy, then just let me know down in the comments. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video of me eating, talking, Jeremiah loving up on me. Please, everyone, do not forget to hit that like button, subscribe, comment, and if you know anyone who would be interested in this type of video of someone who is pregnant with twins at 19 weeks, please do not forget to share because it would really help me out. Thank you so much for watching. I am going to go and finish jalapeno poppers and this last taco off camera. I pray that you all have an amazing week, amazing night, an amazing morning, whatever time you are watching this in the day. I do have to go. We love you guys. May you guys have an amazing day, and we love you all, and we appreciate your support. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.